Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is going to be quite an exciting video to film. I just can't believe that we're here and oh, this whole pregnancy has just been insane, and I don't really know why I didn't expect my labor to be the same, you know? I mentioned in one of my last videos, I said if my labor is anything like my pregnancy, it's going to be pretty crazy, and we're already well on our way. So you can tell by the title what this video is about. This is my 36-week appointment update, and we found out today that I'm gonna have to be induced. It's actually been a while since I have done, I know for you guys it hasn't been that long since I've done an update, but I feel like a lot has happened since the last update that I gave you guys. The last thing I told you guys was about the maternal fetal medicine doctor and the carrier specialist. So if you guys haven't seen that video, you need to go back and watch that, because the stuff we found out during that appointment has a lot to do with what's happening now. So since then I've gone, today was my second ultrasound and my second non-stress test, and then it was also the second time seeing my OB since you guys have seen that video. So at my last appointment, the ultrasound went well. She did the I forget what it's called. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. It was the physical profile with the non-stress test. They check for fetal, to make sure he's moving okay. He's moving so much right now and it hurts really bad, so I'm really sorry if I keep flinching. I'm gonna lean back a little bit. His heart rate was 140. This is for the non-stress test. So if you've never had a non-stress test, I will insert a little video of what it looks like. It's pretty much, they just strap you up to a monitor that monitors his heart rate, and then they also put one on that monitors if you're having contractions. You pretty much just do that for about 10 minutes. Sometimes it takes longer depending on your baby. The whole point of it is to make sure that he's moving okay. My office, they wait until there's 5 big peaks of movement. Or his heart rate goes up a couple of times to show that he's moving, and then once we've hit 5, then that's fine, but it has to be within a certain amount of time. So I think it's you have to have a certain amount per hour or something. Then they checked my fluid levels, and so 2 weeks ago they were at 18.6. So at that point I tested negative for the polyhydramnios. I'm gonna call it poly because I don't know what it's called. Just a fancy word for saying you have too much fluid in your uterus. She wasn't concerned about anything, and yeah, so that was pretty much it. I was like, great. We did find out though that he was breech, so then I was stressed about that because I was like, great. We saw all of these doctors, all of these specialists, drove to Denver, drove all around Colorado to make a game plan for birth. And now he's breech, and I'm just gonna have to get a C-section anyways. So I was just like, fantastic. But then the longer I went on, the longer I processed, I was like, I literally do not care how this baby gets out, but I just want him to be safe. You know, that's really it. So I honestly, people are like, oh my gosh, are you nervous? Are you freaking out? And I was just like, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. If he wants to be stubborn, he's gonna be stubborn, and I'm just here. Then today we went in, we got another ultrasound. He was still moving around just fine, except for my levels measured at almost 30 centimeters. I was at 29.18. So the cutoff for being negative for poly is 25, so I was 4 centimeters above that. And I also, so that means I went up 10 centimeters in 1 week, which is not good. He was still moving great. His heart rate was amazing. He himself in there is thriving. He is doing amazing. But I have very high fluid levels. So pretty much our appointment today, she came in, she asked how I was doing. And then she said, at this point, we need to look into inducing you because your fluid levels are going up. And because they've been elevated, like even though I was negative last week, they were still on the higher side. She was looking at the schedule. She said that they were completely booked for literally the whole month of May. And I was just like, what the heck? Because I had brought up to her about May 28th, and I was like, I know this is like a really selfish reason to be like, to pick a day, but if I could, it would be amazing to have him here on the 28th. But I understand if not. And she's like, well, at this point, there's no day available in May. So she's like, I'm gonna have to call them. But she also said even if it was available, it wouldn't work because my OB at her office, they are on call for 1 weekend a month. So she said that she is not on call that weekend, and because I have a Chiari and all of this crazy stuff, she obviously needs to be the one who delivers our baby and who is there with me. She said, I'm looking at the 21st, May 21st, which is a Friday. That is 2 Fridays from tomorrow, and I'm so excited. I think it's kind of crazy to think that I wouldn't be this uncomfortable normally, but because I have so much extra fluid, that's why I'm feeling like as uncomfortable as I am. I just feel like I had this expectation of my pregnancy that it was going to be like really fun and calm, and I was going to be cute and it was going to be a great time, and then things have just been insane. Like health-wise, I found out that I have this rare breed thing going on. We bought a house, did all these renovations when I was 30 weeks pregnant. We just got settled in time to do our baby shower. Now here we are, and I'm gonna be induced. So it's, you know, everything happens for a reason. I obviously would never pick to be induced, but if that is why, like if that's what needs to happen for everything to be safe, then that's what will need to happen. And that's what will happen. She said that even if my levels go down, she would still induce me just because the chance of them going up because they've fluctuated so much. We thankfully have pretty much everything ready. I just need to get a pedicure. Like we don't have any of our decorations up. The nursery isn't decorated, our house isn't decorated, but that's not necessary to have a baby, you know? The only thing that I really need to get done is we need to hang up the curtains in our bedroom because they block out the light and it gets very bright in our bedroom, so we need to do that for when the baby's sleeping with us. And then I might move up our SNU order because it's not set to ship until the 17th, and I think it takes like a week to get here, so we'll obviously need that a little bit earlier. So I'm gonna message them right now and see if they can ship it out earlier. We'll just, you know, kind of take things as it goes. We were kind of sad because if my fluid levels weren't really high, if I didn't have this poly whatever, we were going to do a little weekend trip to Ouray, Colorado. I was so excited to do that. But you know, that's something we can do, a little fun road trip when our son gets here and we get settled into things. It's kind of funny because like we already didn't have a lot of time left. Like he's only gonna be coming a week early, a little over a week early. But now I'm just like, oh my gosh, we have so much to do. We need to do this, we need to do that. We need to hang out as much as possible. We need to go on all these date nights. We need to do this, we need to do that. And it's just like, he's literally coming a few days early. Like, it's not like the timeline moved up 2 months. Like, I don't know. I think I'm going to wait to upload this video until after the 21st. Just because we don't want people to know when we're going into labor. Because if everyone in our lives knows that that I'm being induced, then on the 21st we're gonna get 5 million messages, and not that we don't love the support or anything like that, but it's just we are super private people, and I just feel like I want people to be surprised. I just want them to be like, whoa, you had a baby. Yeah, we had a baby. You guys are probably watching this after May 21st, which means we've already had the baby. And if you follow me on Instagram, you might already know. If you're not following me on Instagram, you better go stalk my page because I might have posted a picture of him already. Just keep us in your prayers. Send us good thoughts. If you've got any parenting advice, we've got a P.O. box. Send it to us. I don't want to ramble too much because I've already told you the important things. So I'm going to eat my burrito and get back to work. And I will see you guys when I see you.